So we discussed it after you guys had that conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
Yeah. So
definitely,
yeah.
yeah, I don't think that's something that we're really prepared for. And we kind of discussed about the fact that, like, in my childhood, that wasn't something we were prepared
Right.
to do. Like, as children, I would say, even as like a woman, a young woman growing up, obviously you think about, what your marriage will be like, or your wedding day. I think there's like a lot of emphasis that's put on that, but not emphasis on how to have a healthy marriage, a happy marriage,
What
and
comes
things like
after it?
that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's definitely a relational crisis, especially when we see, a lot of the conversations, about relations being, who's supposed to pay for dinner, or who's supposed to pay the bills, or, all these different things, as opposed to like just identifying like what you actually want to have in a mate,
Yeah.
emotionally, spiritually, mentally. How do you want to be supported? How do you want to be cared for beyond the tangible, beyond the financial, and beyond the sexual? To be honest with you.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I definitely don't think that our families are having those discussions. We're allowing
Oh, no.
social media and friend groups to sort of govern those conversations, which is why,
Yeah.
podcasts like Pursuit of Forever is so important.
I think so too. Yeah, definitely, definitely. Yeah, I think, like you said, it's super important to have that, because if you don't have these conversations, and we kind of, I think, even like with the organization, like with LYS, we do a good job of making sure that we are, facilitating those conversations with parents about an easy way to start having these conversations with your kids. I can just say, speaking from, growing up and being raised by my grandparents, that was not a conversation that they were trying to have.
Yeah.
Like, they're not going to go into having conversations because, of course, in addition to being in the Bible Belt, it's like, don't have sex, don't do this, don't do that.
Yeah.
It's not, these are, the things you should do, or this is, how you should have a healthy relationship, or these are conversations you should have. It's more heavy emphasis on the don't do this at all type situation. So I think, having avenues where you can have those type of conversations is very important.
Oh, I agree.